jumping on already? Hi there, this is Jim the Keys bartender. I'm here with Tyler Kelly, Jenna Kelly, and Lissa.
Hello.
They're making their bathroom stops right now. This is actually going to be, that was 172
right now.
172. Bartender, make me a drink. Get me a beer. Find me a. I'm trying to think. I only thinking about is Fiddler on the Roof. So bartender, make me a drink.
Find me some mint. I don't know.
Make me a shot.
I don't know.
I know there's something behind there you've got that makes me feel really good. There you go. I mean,
or not.
It was instead of matchmaker. So Tyler trained at the Catch, and we wanted to talk this at the first episode.
Yeah, I need to find out what my schedule is going to be.
No, but they were trying to call you, and I told them that you were in Orlando, so they're cool.
Yeah,
and you got. I think next week they're going to be doing it, and I think you might be working with me more and stuff like that.
Talk to Kathy.
Eventually. Who knows? You could be. That'd be good. I think that would.
I don't want to be your replacement. You can't go anywhere.
Not replace me. Work with me.
I know.
We got something for everyone. I'm older. You're younger. I'm bigger. You're smaller. I'm smarter.
Well, hey now. That's determined in private.
No, that's right. You're right. But someone, who was it? A friend of mine asked me at the bar. She says, "Oh, I really want to learn to bartend, not for a job, but because I want to just bartend." And I said, "Well, okay, that's kind of interesting thing you want to do. It's kind of like there was a movie, a TV show in the 70s called Kung Fu, where you guy became a Kung Fu master and was kind of like a monk roaming the Old West, righting wrongs, just living his life and being out there in the world. I guess you could do that as a bartender. You just show up at a party and just say, "Hey, I'll make some drinks for you." I had this idea. It's real that you build on these things. You could build on 5 drinks, right?
Okay.
To learn how to make them. 5 drinks: a gin and tonic, a screwdriver, a rum and coke, and then you could throw in a martini, classic vodka martini, and one shot that, let's say, you call it, start with an old traditional one, kamikaze. Start with those 5 drinks. Learn how to make them well, then make everything else. Because everything else is, you got 7 and 7. Seagram 7, 7 up.
Yep.
You got Malibu and cranberry. And then you got people throwing you, it used to be years ago, sea breezes, bay breezes. You got the fakakta shots.
Yeah, those didn't last long.
Red snappers, screaming orgasm. They're still around.
Buttery nipples.
Sex on the
beach. All kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah, there's always one. Little beers up in Wisconsin. I think it's Wisconsin or something like that. That's amaretto with a little Bailey's on top.
I was going to say, when we go to our favorite little Bloody Mary place up there, they give you little beers as your chaser for your Bloody.
Oh, real beer.
Yeah, real beer. That's why when you said little beers,
the real beer. Little beers. They called little beers a shot. It looked like or baby Guinnesses.
Gotcha.
Baby Guinnesses. Baby Guinnesses. You heard about? What's a baby Guinness?
It was like tequila and beer.
Oh, is it the baby Guinness? Is the cafe? The cafe to what is that? The bottle, the tequila in a little bottle, and it's silver, and there's Viejo.
Patron.
Oh.
Patron. And there's Patron Cafe. And you put that with a little Bailey's on top or something?
I don't remember. I only had them once, and I had quite a few, so I don't really remember.
Well, that's tend to
But I
see
know
what
I liked
happens
them
with
in
shots.
the beginning.
So what? We were just talking about how you become a bartender. I have a theory that you learn 5 drinks, you learn how to make them well. Like you start with a gin and tonic, rum and coke, screwdriver, a martini, and 1 shot, and I picked kamikaze. Right?
never had
And then
one.
you could build, but you could build knowing those drinks really well. When someone tells you something, if a drink has their primary is a vodka, you put half of the shot is vodka, and the other 2 is a quarter, and it makes 1 full shot. I mean, it's all kind of instinct after that. You concentrate on those 4 things: how to pour a beer, what to ask when someone asks for a scotch. Scotch, you ask right away, do you want it neat or do you want it on the rocks? And if they're crazy enough to want it chilled, they got to tell you.
Yeah, but until the point to where
Someone asks
you're
for vodka.
a fresh bartender and it's like, oh yeah, I want a '57 Chevy. It's like,
No. But even then, 57 Chevy is the restaurant's drink. And me as a bartender has been bartending for years. I didn't know how to make a 57 Chevy. So I read that.
I didn't know it was a drink until right now.
I had to. I had to study and I have to read it. There's always things. Someone comes up and says, "Oh, can you make this drink?" I said, and they show me a menu, and I said, "If you have a menu for the drink,
sorry,
and
our
then we have
Pooch
the
wants
ingredients."
to be part of the show. He wants his own chair.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, he's a good dog. You want to sit with me? Come on, up here. But those things you build, it's building steps. It's like going on a date the first time.
It's like Lincoln Logs.
No, Lincoln Logs link the same way, don't they? Don't they really? You got the large and small. But going on a date, what do you do? Okay, think of bartending as going on a date. You go on a date. What's the first thing you do when you're going with, let's say the girl's the lead. You're on a date. You're taking a guy out on a date for the first time. You're 14 years old. What do you hold his hand? Right? And you build up from there. And I'm not going to go in detail. This is not the dirty part of the show. This is about
what's your last name and where do you originally come from, so we know you're not relatives.
Well, wait. You don't need to know that. You're holding hands. You need to know that when you get to the last stage.
Last stage?
Oh, what's the
Why
matter?
waste all that time?
No,
Oh.
Alyssa, I didn't really get the hint that Alyssa needed a beer.
And you covered up the microphone.
I did, well, because I didn't know what she was saying. I didn't know.
I have
You
to
can
go.
say that right in the mic on this show.
I didn't know what it was.
It's even better.
I didn't know if she had to say, like, I have to poop.
Oh, okay,
I didn't
yeah.
want to, like, have her say. She would have aimed at her butt. That's very true.
Everyone
That's
still
packing
finds
it
funny.
up
I got
there.
to take the Browns to the
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Or the LSD, the LSD comment, right?
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, it's showing.
I didn't right. What the meme was like? I didn't realize when my doctor prescribed me LSD, but then I took it, tripped out, saw a dragon, and I shit myself, and then it worked out perfect. Yeah.
So we started talking about bartending, and my idea was you know how to make 5 drinks, and then you build from there, like you would. And that bartending is uniquely. I think that's the way doctors used to be. No, doctors used to be.
Does that work the same as working on an electric car?
No. Well, electricity works the same thing. Anything he did it, you're doing it.
I'm doing it on purpose.
Doing it on purpose. See?
Carrying on. Bartending.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that. No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter
Doesn't
what the
matter,
vibe.
just-
I picked gin and tonic, rum and coke, a screwdriver.
Cosmo.
No, well that's a good one
Martini
too.
and a
Marto. I didn't pick the Cosmo. I picked the kamikaze.
Kamikaze.
No, but
A
the
kamikaze
Cosmo.
is
You
a
know why you
shot.
picked
That's
that?
not a drink.
Yeah, that's why I
Right?
picked it. So you can
Okay.
learn how to make
Get
a
a lot of
shot.
them.
You could start knowing your par levels for pouring 1 shot. So when you get really good at it, like let's say 8 people come up and they want a shot, and you try to convince them all to do the same shot because it sucks. I mean, you are an asshole. I want 2 purple cherries, 3 green apples, 2
Gummy bears.
and a Jolly Rancher,
And
a
a
green
Sex on the
Jolly
Beach.
Rancher, and a Washington apple. I mean, that sucks when you come up there. You know, if you're buying the shots, if you're buying the shots for someone, you say, "I'm buying the shots, and this is what we're getting,"
Yeah.
and they all get the same.
Yeah.
Because they do it. I mean, most places you go, you're going to get full
simple,
price for it.
straight Jameson, Fireball,
Nah, they need it.
Dr. McKillicuddy's. I mean,
Well, first of all, you don't do shots. Only the reason the Old West did his shots because booze sucked.
Wasn't it mostly Cherry Doctor is what you used to do, right?
what?
Dr.
Cherry
Pepper?
Doctor? Cherry Doctor? I see.
Dr.
I don't-
McKillicuddy's, which was, it's the peppermint shot.
Yeah.
See, I thought that was Rumplemints.
It's Rumplemints is the same.
Dr. McGillicuddy's, the name
better than
reminds me
Rumplemints.
of a really filthy porn store in Philadelphia near the Greyhound bus
Of course
station.
it does.
No, it didn't. It had peep shows and all that stuff. I never went in
Near
there.
the bus
It was.
station.
I know it was so dirty.
Were there any
I never
glory
went
holes?
to look in there.
You got to get off the
It
bus.
looked like it was covered. It looked
Grab
like
your
the
cock
whole.
ring and get back
it was
on that bus
Doctor
and run.
It was Doctor something other. It was It was called Doctor something. Doctor Watson's something.
Rub and tug.
And it looked like the windows were covered with semen, and it looked like all biological material smeared over the whole store.
Sounds like a glorious place. Let's go.
Oh well, it's right near the bus station.
Let's take a trip.
I think it's gone now.
I wonder why.
I think it would be gone. I mean that they had a place then. It makes sense that it's near the Greyhound bus station in Philadelphia, but it was in between Chinatown and the convention center. And I know really well because I was in the Navy for a while. We used
we're
to the
getting
Greyhound.
into the great parts of a town now.
Well, I did. Well, I used to. That's where most of the transportation was in these old cities. Is near the great parts of the town where where you had the prostitutes.
This is when you have to say, "Okay, sailor." So you got
I
off of
lived
the
in the town.
Greyhound, and you went to the dirty store, and then
No.
Here's the crazy part.
No,
There
I've
was
done a lot of
probably-
things. I've done a lot of things that were disgusting, but that one place, for some reason, I could not. That was the one river I could not cross or breach. I could not go there. It looked
Here's
completely
my
filthy
breach.
and disease.
Here's my breach.
What?
I would rather be the homeless guy than the guy that cleans that place. Cleans the jizz off the windows.
Who says they clean
Well,
it?
if you're wearing gloves and stuff like that, then
No.
I mean, if you give me gloves, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I mean,
Really?
it's all over.
You wouldn't have a problem with cleaning other people's jizz off of
Once
windows?
again,
what
who
the
says
fuck?
they clean it?
Who says they clean it? Yeah,
That's
and
what
then,
I'm saying. What
have
if
you
that's
ever,
your job? Okay, what if you're
You
the
ever
homeless
stayed
guy?
in a hotel?
See,
You ever stay in a hotel?
I have stayed in plenty of hotels,
Do
but
you
I've
throw the comforter outside the door when
I
you come
have
in? Because that
never-
is covered in semen.
I have never stayed in a hotel where the windows were covered in semen.
You don't know.
All I'm saying is
You wouldn't be
next
able to
time we're
see
taking a black
outside.
light because I've been watching a lot more of those shows lately.
You can make one. You can make one with your.
No, I know.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I'm just saying, that's an ingenious way because a lot of those they just
Curtains
flatten
and-
out the sheets.
Oh, when they have fabric on the headboard, are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
If they
Why would you have
headboard,
fabric on it?
I'm not going to stay there. I don't.
I
think,
know.
right?
Oh, the
Yeah.
skeevies and bed
know.
bugs and
Mirrors on the roof.
ceiling, mirrors on the roof. What are you? When you hang glider and you're naked?
Let it
I
all
want to
hang
see
out.
my junk when I'm hang gliding over it. Well, mirrors on the roof.
Ceiling.
Okay.
that banana
Wow.
helicopter that went
See, this is a famous lower left side
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
United States.
Yeah.
See, it happens, and it, because
Jenna ran her
it's
way
a
for
logical,
some kind
it's
of
a
reason.
perspective you're thinking of. The roof, it depends on where you're looking at the roof, because there's the roof above us, right?
Yeah.
And you could
that's
have
a
mirrors on it, right? In a tiki bar, that would be kind of fucked up, though, wouldn't it?
That'd be really weird.
Yeah.
I mean, back in my single day, if they were at the right angle, yeah, they'd probably be good. A lot of cleavage.
How would you do that? You're sitting with someone, and you'd be
Or if
looking
you're
at
the bartender.
Okay, now there's another
Mirrors
secret.
that way,
I got to
mirrors
tell you
that
another
way, you can
bartending
see
tip.
me.
Another bartending tip.
See?
No matter how attractive, if you're a guy or a girl, whoever you're
You
attracted
should not
to,
be hitting on your patrons.
you should not be hitting on your patrons. You should not show any deference
No.
to someone depending on how they look.
They are customers. They are there for a service.
Yeah, you should. And when that other person comes in,
service.
no matter what they appear to be age-wise or anything like that, your initial response should be the same.
Yeah.
And
Unless they look like some of those photo cards when they're 14 years old but look like they're 25.
we had it.
hell?
Oh, banana. What are you doing?
So, yeah, we had our bartending course to verify age and photo IDs and all
I'm
that
gonna have
stuff.
So hold this up for 1 second.
Oh, yeah. You can play with the banana if you
Jenna
want.
said she had a banana inside.
That's
Go ahead. Grab a
that
hold
looks
of
like
that
a
banana,
dildo
Jim.
banana. Is that a dog toy?
Just grab a hold of it.
It's a dildo banana.
Just
Stress reliever.
enjoy it.
Thank God. Thank God.
Squeeze it. Just squeeze the banana. Yeah.
I've done it already today. Did I say that out loud? I squeezed the banana a couple
So
times.
we know now Jim likes it done early in the morning.
I didn't say, wait a second.
In the
It
BMW
is already
next-
10 after 8. How would you surmise that's early in the morning?
Did you have spin class?
Not today.
When
Did you
you're
work?
next to a bus
Nope.
full of
Oh, so yeah, sorry.
So early in the morning.
I'm just saying. Normally it's like spin class, then
What
to
am I-
work, and then,
A degenerate?
you know.
A degenerate. I mean, if you're a shift worker, look at that. My banana's all smashed and
Yeah, it's
flat,
flat.
and flaccid.
It really took me a long time.
My banana's flaccid. Look at that. Is
gotta
there
roll
any
it
way
between
I
your
can
hands.
invigorate my banana?
I don't know.
You know
Roll it
what?
between
we
your
need
hands.
a picture of this.
Yeah,
Okay, we need a picture.
We're gonna take a picture of
Jim's flaccid
Banana. Yeah, it's a squeeze toy. It's a stress reliever.
Oh, you need Jim in there too.
No, I don't. Just the hand's fine. Just the hand's fine.
He's just
I mean, they'll
hands-on.
know it's me. It's all right. It's not all about me.
How do people know what you look like?
They do. They know. They
Have
know.
you
how
posted
it-
pictures?
They know how. They know what I look. It's not. Hey, it's not an ego-driven show. Content, my friend. Back to bartending.
There we go.
Yes, but with the banana. Holy shit! I told someone Ken walked out of the men's room this week and they had their zipper down, and I said, "Excuse me, sir, do you have a license to sell wieners?" And he didn't get it. He just looked at me like I was a fucking weirdo. Did you know what that meant?
no, but I think
But
it's
then
funny
when
that
your
you said
dick's
that.
hanging out, like you just say you have a license to sell wieners. You never heard that one?
No,
Does it make sense after
Yeah,
I said it
totally.
in context? Okay, good. Okay.
My husband surprisingly, right. So my husband just surprisingly returned this banana to its normal size.
Oh, thank you, Tyler.
I mean-
Return my banana back to
It
the,
really
the
did.
normal
I mean, like,
girthy
he
size that it
rolled
was
it.
before.
I have a way of it.
I guess
well, another
so.
man, only a man knows how to handle
See?
another.
I mean, nobody loves you like you, right?
Yes, that's right. He has the right touch.
As said, banana flies across, hits Jim, and then lands on the armrest,
Yeah.
bending over it.
Yeah, man. It's hitting steel. So, but you're feeling it now as a bartender. All you have to do, most of the drinks are drinks are going to tell you anyway. And every so often, someone comes up. It's many times someone else. They'll come up and people say, "Do you know?" This week, someone asked me for the classics. I got hit with all the classics this week. The old fashioned. The old fashioned. It's like in a 1950s movie. Yes, and the waitress came up and asked the server, "What bourbon would you make it with?" And I said, "Well, that's a loaded question. I mean, you can make an old fashioned with anything, really, any whiskey. It's a call product. You tell me what you want. You want a VO? Do you want it with bourbon? Do you want it with a particular bourbons, things like that? Do you want it on? I mean, it's always on the rocks. There are derivatives where you can make them straight up. VO? Oh, it's a whiskey. It's Seagram's VO.
Seagram 7.
No, Seagram's 7.
Sorry.
It's different from Seagram's VO. Seagram's 7 is American style whiskey. Seagram's VO is Canadian style whiskey.
okay, VO. I was hearing BO, and I'm like, what?
BO, there's a lot of BO.
Okay,
There's some BO that's involved with some of the homeless people that come in.
Yeah.
At the Greyhound
the people that
station.
come in from work, yeah, some BO. There's neat. That means
Nothing.
just a liquor, straight in,
In the glass.
non-chilled,
Hot.
liquor. Not hot. It
Well,
should be
room
room temperature.
temperature.
Room temperature. If you're pulling it from the back, and in your place like we are, and it's 85 degrees, that won't necessarily. That people won't like that.
85
It's got-
degrees.
In the back where the kitchen is and
know.
stuff like that.
I had some waistband Captain Morgan shots while I was waiting to get on Pirates of the Caribbean, and that was definitely 90.
Oh, that's 90 degrees, yeah. No, but that's not necessarily neat. That's
was
got to be
nasty.
not. I would call that tepid.
That was really hot.
I would call it.
I wish I had a chaser at that point.
Holy shit! Yeah, what are you going to chase
I
that
would've
stuff?
guessed.
I had nothing.
You had a little flask with you.
No, I took a water bottle and filled it 3/4 of the way with Captain, and then squished it so I could hide it in my waistband when I went through security.
Yeah.
So I could mix it with my Coke throughout the day, and
I wonder
He's
how
a
many
genius.
people are roaming around with colostomy bags full of whiskey.
I had finished.
And you go like this, and no one's going to argue about what's
Yeah.
that.
I had finished my original Coca-Cola bottle that had Captain.
Oh my!
As I'm getting on this ride, and I'm like, oh well, I love this ride, so I ended up taking a huge swig of Captain, and I was like, oh shit, I don't have anything.
I got
to chase
the
it with.
invention
It
of
was
the
so
year.
nasty.
You just gave me an idea for invention.
What, a double colostomy bag?
flask?
Not a colostomy bag. You just have a problem. You say you have a what do they call that? A catheter.
Oh, I've been-
and you had the bag,
I was gonna
and
do
no
that
one's
my
going to
whole life.
check. And you only drink the color liquor that looks like if you drink Dewar's,
Well, it
you'd be
depends.
sad.
What
You'd
if
be
you
sad
ate a-
because Dewar's looks like a golden
No,
urine.
my vodka and
What
Sprite,
if
I could
you ate a
totally
bunch
get
of
rid that.
asparagus the
vodka,
night
you can
before?
change it to that. Just
Vodka
put a
and
little
Sprite,
ginger
like-
ale. Ginger ale.
Oh yeah, but if you ate asparagus,
Yeah, if you ate a
Doesn't-
bunch of
that just
asparagus.
changes the smell though, really,
It
right?
turns
No,
the
but you
color
wanna
too.
get the
Doesn't-
color.
oh, it doesn't do that, do it?
Because if you get it real clear, people will say, "Wait a second, that looks like saline solution." You make it. You got to make a little like urine and make it the results. And take the tube. Okay, take the tube up. Got to get it near the area. Come up, and then have a secondary tube come up. So you have it right here, and you go, and just suck it. Coming right out inside the shirt, and then you did it. No.
Why
How
why
much-
that
no,
when you
I'm
could
okay
just
with that.
do
I'm
the the bags that they already sell online that go around your waistband. It's got a buckle on it, and it's got a little spigot that comes out of your fly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
They
But I'm
sell
just saying,
those.
no, but my thing here is no one has the balls to check a half full piss bag.
If there's no metal in it, why would they ever know?
Are you right? Okay. We walk
Sorry,
around
I'm a
with-
little
you
chubby
wa-
on the lower section.
Oh, you don't have a fanny pack. Oh, this is part of your. Oh.
yeah. Remember, if you're going through Disney and you got a fanny pack, they're going to
He
check
needs-
the fanny pack. 'cause
He
it
needs
counts
the
as a
rock
bag.
fanny pack.
You
and-
could get
and the
away with that,
turtleneck
couldn't you?
And the big chain. Remember that?
No,
you
I,
could.
put my bottle on the backside right
No,
here.
that would be that
And
one. You
they
couldn't
didn't see
get.
it.
You couldn't get away with that. Because it wouldn't match.
It goes lower. It's,
Okay.
it's inside of your shorts.
Okay, if you were, I think you have to be a little heavier, and you'd be able to.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Besides this, I mean, I will give this away. If you guys want to invent this and put this on Amazon, that'd be great. I mean, I guess you'd sell it something like this: water for or liquids that you can't bring into some place. You say for people that get thirsty, right? Because
In
you're not going to say
quotations.
for alcoholics, scumbag alcoholics that need to get into a place with the liquor.
Like Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
with
Magic Kingdom.
their
What about
captain.
the backpacks? What about the backpacks that they make that?
Nope, they check it.
Oh,
They
they
check
check.
your
I mean, if
backpack?
you walk in with a camel pack, yeah. I mean,
Okay,
they're going to
but
question
you
you.
can put a camel pack in your regular backpack. How are they going to
They,
check
they
that?
open your backpacks. They go through your backpacks.
Seriously?
Yep. It's like TSA. They inspect everything.
Because
No, they gotta think-
only for the purpose that they want to charge you for their liquor.
No, they don't want you bringing it in.
Right, because they want you to charge.
Because
you for-
everyone has, there's always one thing you can always get through, but you have to be really extreme. Like if you're an amputee, You have a whole bottle.
There's a lady down the street that has a fake leg. I
Dude,
just
you give
noticed
me
it
a
when I
peg
came home
leg,
today.
I will hollow that thing out and put a whole
Holy
handle
shit,
of
you
cap
could
in
put a
it.
handle in there.
It'd be really
mine,
heavy.
Mine
I mean,
would be.
I
Mine
told
would.
them if they
what
could
is
have
the
fixed my leg,
average
chop
weight,
it off.
right?
How much liquor could I fit?
What is the average weight of liquor, of water? What is that? What is it?
Not much at all.
No, what is it per
Same
gallon?
about it, the leg.
Per gallon, it's
Water
like
is
what?
1
Six?
point something.
No,
Yeah.
no. A gallon of water.
Oh, a gallon of water is like 5.
5. Yeah, like 3.6 pounds.
Here we go.
Because, I mean, I'm telling you, like, I'm a little person, and I had a hard time carrying a 5-gallon gas can on Sunday that Papa.
I used to bring
Papa
3
had
gallons
to
of
do
water
it.
with me on the 20-mile walks.
Yeah, but
That was part of the exercise.
Ugh.
And put it in my backpack.
Yep. Yeah, it's,
Yep.
1.6.
No,
Is
it's
it?
got to be more.
1 gallon of water.
I just said one something and you said no.
No, what is it?
1 U.S. gallon of water is 8.35 pounds.
See?
1 gallon of water is
see?
8 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking of kilometers. Sorry. Beer.
Kilometers.
Here,
Wait, you use a weight.
I
You
did-
use a weight
I know,
measure
I
for a
did.
distance measure.
I just did
oh,
that.
we caught you.
Yes.
We caught you.
Okay.
The person, the spelling Nazi.
I am the spelling Nazi, but
Holy
my
shit,
mom
what's that
called
flying
me.
over? That's a drone.
But we have
See
a
that?
drone. Oh, sweet. Oh, it has a light on it.
There's
Here.
a drone. He's coming around. Oh, wow. They're checking. We saw an auto gyro. Now we have a fucking drone over here.
Oh. I have a really good question.
Yeah.
Jim.
What?
Jim, what was the only U.S. president that was awarded the Purple Heart?
John F. Kennedy.
Damn.
Well,
And why?
PT 109.
They can't hear me.
PT 109.
Right, but okay.
John F. Kennedy.
My
So-
mother
she
texted
said
me-
why?
My
What was the
mother
only
texted me
president
earlier
was,
today, and she asked me who was the only
he
president.
was the commander of a PT boat during World War II, and it was sunk by
He was
a
a
Japanese
It was a
torpedo.
destroyer.
No, it was a PT
right?
boat.
Was it, and he was
It was
injured.
PT 109. It was
Okay.
that's why it's called PT patrol boat.
Yeah.
And
Rum
No, this
weighs
is
less
awesson.
than water.
Rum. Now
Rum
Tyler
is
is looking up.
7.84 pounds.
Oh, well, there you go.
How about a gallon of helium?
I don't know, but I'm saying
It's
if I
even
had-
less.
If they would have taken my leg, I could have fit probably a gallon and a half of rum inside my lower leg.
So
I
this
would've
is
been
happy
this
if
is
we
the
would've
conversation. You have to
Ah,
hear this conversation.
They would have taken
I
my
don't
whole
know.
leg.
All right, Jim. Mom says to me today, randomly, just after noon, who's the only president to be awarded the Purple Heart? And I said, Grant. And then she goes, Bush, Kennedy, Johnson, or Carter. I said, no, wait, maybe Baby Bush. She goes, I don't know. I'm like, well, he was a
Baby
pilot.
Bush never went to war.
Well, right. I said, but he was a pilot, right?
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, okay, sure. She goes, are you sure? I was thinking Kennedy. I said, nope, I think you're right. I said he was wounded on a destroyer.
It was on a destroyer.
I thought it was a destroyer.
It was a patrol boat.
And so then I'm like, well, the Purple Heart is for injuries, but I was
Time of
thinking
war.
of saving lives, right? And then, so of course, we went back and forth, and I said, I can't remember the name of the other medal. And they're like, oh, that's right, the Medal of Honor was the one for saving lives or act of bravery.
Congressional Medal of Honor is given for a distinct act
Right.
of bravery. And there's a whole bunch of ones in
There's a-
between.
right,
There's a
yeah.
Bronze Star.
And then
There's a Silver Star.
there's a soldier,
There's
there's
a Navy
Bristol.
Cross. There's
Yeah.
there's an Army one. The
There's a
Marine
bunch of
Corps.
different ones for
There's
the
a Marine
different
Corps. There's a Croix de
ranks.
Guerre.
Yeah.
The French gave out to some Americans. That was a big deal.
But the
Croix de
Purple
Guerre.
Heart is only for the dead
Of
or
World War
injured.
II.
Did
What?
you know that? Purple
What?
Heart's only given out to people that are injured or posthumously. And I didn't know that until I read it today. So I said
All of them are given out.
the purple.
All of them are given out either while they're alive or post.
No. The Purple Heart,
Yeah, no,
You
it's
can
all
get-
has to do with an injury.
an injury or death.
Why
Or
the hell
death.
would they give one for
They
the death?
give them out posthumously
Why
and
a
they
raise?
send them to your
It's like
family.
giving someone a raise. It's like
I
giving
know.
someone, here you go. We're going to give you a raise, but you're
But I
fired.
Googled it because I didn't know. And then I couldn't remember whatever. So anyway, Mom
It's like
said,
going to-
so this is what we get. We got an okay nerd.
Here,
See, nerd?
80-year-old man, we got a
Nerd.
Playboy bunny for you.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do anything with that. It's over. You know what I mean? The Purple Heart when you're dead.
Yeah, well, right, but that's what
Post-
they do.
Oh, yeah, it's
are
for the
kinda-
family.
Those are the kind of trips that you get or that you get assigned and they send your medals to your relatives. Remember from Pearl Harbor. The Doolittle outfit. You know
wait,
this.
Doolittle. Wait, whoa. You're mixing too many things here.
No, the Purple Heart.
Wait, Doolittle was the guy that ran the raid on Tokyo after Pearl Harbor.
Yes.
Pearl Harbor.
And they were all volunteers. Every single pilot volunteered.
They're almost always volunteers.
Right.
They always almost all the there was hardly any pilots that were. Okay, I'm sorry. I was a history major.
I know.
And almost all the pilots
were volunteers.
Were volunteers because you don't draft pilots. You have to. They have to volunteer because it's a high skill position. But it doesn't mean that people that are drafted aren't brave. What I'm suggesting and stuff like that, and I don't know why we started on Kennedy.
Yeah, because he won the Purple Heart.
Kennedy,
because he got injured
during the torpedoing.
But I didn't realize that. I thought my first thought was the Medal of Honor, which is usually.
You thought he got injured maybe playing touch
football
football in Kenny Bunkport?
I was thinking that maybe he got injured playing cricket, tripped, and rolled his ankle. Because,
they didn't play cricket.
Or
polo.
Croquet. What do they play?
They didn't play. They played football.
Oh, did they?
They played almost tackle football. The Kennedys were very physical people.
Well, so maybe he rolled his ankle in that, and that's what I thought of because I
No, he hurt his back. Actually, he was badly injured because he was taking medicine. From the time he left World War II on to present, he was supposedly in tremendous pain, and he may have been addicted to painkillers. Oh, he was certainly addicted to painkillers. And years later, come on, as an Irish Catholic boy, when you're my age, you that's the guy you kind of worship, the only Irish Catholic president there was. And then you find out later that he did some things that were kind of untoward.
Well, I don't know what he did, but
you got the.
I guessed
got the
wrong.
banana.
I guessed wrong the first 2 times.
Why did Gloria throw that?
Because she does that. She does that for random things. You know what she asked me the other day? She was like, "What was? Oh, shit, something. Oh, why was there no? Remember we talked about this. Why was there no vice president in 1948?" Well, it was
because Truman took over for the rest of...
But of course, and I'm like, Mom, why are you asking me this out of nowhere? Why? She goes, because I knew you would know. I'm like, well, I knew that it was... But anyway, we went into all that detail in the last one. But that was all because Mom has a magnet on her refrigerator.
I thought maybe she had
events of 1948.
I thought she had a toilet paper roll with this day in history.
It's a magnet.
You know what I mean?
It's
you gotta look at it.
Right. It was a toilet paper magnet, basically.
Okay.
On her refrigerator of, in 1948.
What the fuck? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but she didn't know, so she decided to ask me instead of look it up.
You
She's
can
so
know
cute.
a lot of random things and it answers to stuff like that. I play on Alexa. Some fucking crazy questions come up. I don't know them. But sometimes you can make a logical question a logical answer by eliminating what you know isn't the right answer. That's how I got through the SATs and got into college. Because what? Oh yeah. You know what? There's so much information they can't really listen to everything, and all you have to do is really unplug that. There's a possibility it has a battery in it that can record everything and then download it again. But you know what? They're going to have to sort through if you're somewhat inventive and creative, they're going to spend a lot of time dissecting the shit you say. Because they miss a lot. And we know recently there was an attack there's terrorists that do things all around the world. They do it. We don't have to talk about a particular one. And actually, IRA is coming back, too. There's a new IRA. You fucking believe that? I thought that was over.
Yeah.
And here we are. You always think we're we're deep into the
we have
21st century.
issues
We're
with
deep out. We're
what-
almost in the 20s.
Sri Lanka,
We're gonna. It's
right?
going to be great. It's going to be. We're less than 7.5 months from saying we're in the 20s, and say we'll be able to refer to it as the 20s. You can say, back in the teens. The teens don't sound as good as the 20s. But we're deep into the 21st century now, and we're still talking about shit that should be over already. Like hatred of people of different lifestyles, of different races, and you think we'd be fucking done with it. We'd be done with poverty. We'd be done with starvation. We'd be done with, okay, it's going to piss that you need to get a vaccine. You know, you think you're far off of that. I mean, you thought that was more like 1600 shit. Where you have to go and they're going to say, hey, my kid's sick. We're going to take him over here and we're going to have a group of people and we're going to pray for him. And see how that works out for him.
And there's your problem right there.
Yeah, there you go.
There's your problem.
Yay, Papa.
What
Hello.
you're suggesting
Papa Joe's here.
is-
Everybody say hi to Papa Joe. Hi, Papa Joe.
What you're suggesting is we get rid of all the boogeymen. Humanity needs someone to hate. It's throughout the endeavor of the human existence. They've always had someone
No, but you
to
think the
hate.
bar would have been raised. The bar would have been raised that now it would be people
Well,
that
but
say,
Jim, maybe
now
people
we'd be
don't
talking
want
about
that
like
raised.
aliens. We were talking about aliens, but they say, oh, well, how we're going to contact is not whether the Earth is 6,000 years old.
No.
I mean, there was a guy said that. Oh, God, this past week he said, the Earth is 6,000 years old. That's a scientific fact.
Really? Really? That's amazing.
He said it as a scientific fact. Instead of saying it's a religious belief, which he could have said, my religious belief is that it's 6,000 years old. He says it's scientific. So he took bullshit
Yeah.
science
Well,
married with,
just means that,
and let me say, bullshit religion.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because they
I got
invented
you on
that.
that
When
one.
you see a dinosaur pulling a cart with a
was-
human sitting on it, you
That
you watch a
dinosaur-
little too much of the Flintstones.
That dinosaur was pulling a cart as he was wearing his turban,
Yes.
and he stopped often with his frankincense and myrrh.
We need.
Well,
aliens. We must have aliens.
We must
visit.
have aliens visit us.
Because if we did, we'd all hate
Yeah.
the aliens.
yeah, we
and
need
we'd-
the aliens.
And we'd all come together.
Oh, well, we're all
Human-
fighting. We're fighting
humanity
each other when the
against the
aliens do
aliens.
come. We're going to be fighting over which side of the egg to break. Remember in Jonathan Swift, Gulliver's Travel, they went to war over This is the actual Jonathan Swift in the 1700s wrote brilliant political satire. He wrote an argument during the famine, one of the Irish famines. He said, "Here's a modest proposal to eat poor people." He said it as it was.
He wanted to
it was-
eat
it
poor
was-
people?
It was political satire. It was a joke because he says, we're not going to feed them. The wealthy people don't want to feed them. Why don't we just eat, why don't we have them eat them? That'll solve the hunger problem. He said that. They should go and say, oh, okay, so you're not going to feed them? Why don't we just let them eat the other ones? And people thought, well, you're an animal. You're crazy. Oh, he's crazy for suggesting it, and they're not for ignoring
the fact
mass
that they're
starvation
starving.
during
Right.
a famine. And then the other one in Gulliver's Travel, Gulliver shows up with the Lilliputians, and he becomes the hero of the one town. And he's sitting at one of these great banquets, and he realizes they're saying that he says, "You can help us." The king of the Lilliputians said, "You can help us with our enemies." And why are they your enemies?
Lilliputians.
Lilliputians. Why?
Oh, no, they're little people.
Why are you going to war with them? Because they break their eggs on the big side or the small side, whatever side it was. It was because they disagreed on that fundamental difference. And Jonathan Swift pointed out that it was these minor differences that people went to war over. And it's not the major things like being able to eat, live in peace, and being able to raise your family. They would always find a way to disagree with each other. Like we did when we talked about electric vehicles and all that stuff. I know, I'm not bringing it back in,
No,
so you
no
don't have to get
more.
upset about it. Yeah, you sound like one of those vampires.
No, I'm.
Okay, we're at the 40
I
minute.
got one question. Poached,
Yes.
scrambled, sunny side up. What's your favorite?
Over medium.
You're fucked. I'm going to war with you.
I like all those. We did the past week was Easter, so we went through Egg Fart Monday.
Egg fart Monday.
Yeah, where every asshole
you know
in the
what
world.
we did?
Dyes are eggs. Dyes a bunch of eggs, and you got to eat them. And we made egg salad.
Oh, well, that's a good way. That's a good way.
Yeah, we made egg salad.
Yeah. You know what we did?
What?
We took the boats out to the yacht, which, of course, some of the longtime listeners might remember seeing a picture of the yacht
Yeah.
on the dock. It's now out moored. So we took our boats out and we went out there and we had a great day. It was beautiful.
Oh, yeah?
Well, Tyler was gone. He was at he was on his trek-ish. Well, not yet.
So what do you wait? You know what? We're gonna have to
Damon-
save it for another episode. Maybe. Oh wait. Maybe next time we'll just go out there.
We really could. Actually, Damon has the best sunrise pictures from the yacht out in the middle of the day. And he wasn't here. Tyler was playing with, I don't know, frigates. What do you call that shit? What is this shit that you
He
got
was
at
at
Disney?
Disney.
Figment.
That was
I don't know.
What's Figment?
Sunday. I was at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, so he was playing Disney
Yeah.
as us grown-up people went out to play on the boat.
There's that grown-up things you can
We
do
really
at Disney.
actually had a great time. It was really
Yeah.
cool. It was awesome going out to the big boat. We put a lot of work, a lot of.
I really liked the Snow White at the. I thought she was
Why? 'Cause
quite
she was
fetching.
drugged.
quite fetching.
Yeah.
Snow White, yeah.
Bill Cosby liked her too. He was like, "How about this, Bill?
I,
Take this one."
That's Sleeping Beauty.
that's not Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, that's
Snow
Sleeping
White was
Beauty.
still
Well, for Bill
sleeping?
Cosby, it was
No,
Snow
no.
White was still sleeping.
Oh, you're right. You're right. She was sleeping.
Yeah.
When he showed up, yeah. Snow White was sleeping because she ate the apple.
She ate the apple, and
Yeah.
there was too much fentanyl.
Oh,
in
that
it.
was like the drink. Have this tea. When he would be doctor, he would be doc, because he was Dr.
Doc.
Hasselwasser.
Doc.
He goes, oh, maybe you should drink this tea.
Yeah.
And it goes like this. Oh, obviously
Yeah.
you want to lay down. And here's a glass case for you and stuff like that.
Right.
And here's 7 of my friends, my small friends. Or there's 7 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, seven dwarfs.
Okay, but can we name them?
Dopey, Sneezy, Doc,
Sleepy, Grumpy,
Happy.
Happy.
Happy. One more.
Did we
What-
say Doc?
Yeah.
Dopey?
Yep.
Yeah, Dopey.
What's the last one?
Oh, there was a smart one. Oh, that was Doc.
What? Okay, right?
What's
You
the
got
other
6.
Oh, Handy, the one that masturbated all the time.
Ah!
The guy,
Handy is the 7th
Handy,
dwarf.
that little
That's
guy.
what
He
his
goes,
name
oh, Snow White, you look so hot.
He was like, I want Keelar to be this way.
Ah.
That way.
Where's my buddy Bill Cosby?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, we reached another
And
end
we
of the
have
45 minutes. We did.
Yes.
Yes, we did. And once again, reminder, we'll make it real quick. Leave a review if you can for us, if you stayed on long enough, and if you could stop, for any of these guys that are listen to us during our
Yeah, I
the
mean,
morning
geez.
commute or late commute. If you are multitasking and masturbating, maybe you should stop
Yeah.
and leave us a review.
I mean,
And a light, and a stoplight,
yes, at a stoplight,
or at
or
a
a
rest
stop
stop
sign.
where you
Whatever.
can meet other men. Hey, we know that, or women,
No, it'd be other men.
other men.
Yeah, you go to a truck stop and meet the lot lizard if you want a woman.
A
Okay,
truck
well-
stop or truck stop.
Jenna Kelly
And truck
signing
stop.
out. Say goodnight till
We're
Leslie.
gonna. Hey, you know what? We're gonna do a truck
Good
stop.
night.
At? We're gonna do a truck stop. Are you gonna hand that to me? No, the way you're looking like that, I don't need to. Like, dude, double dong in it. I'm sorry. Sorry, that was too much. Okay. We're going to be signing off. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next week, or actually this week.